Welcome to Better English.
Speak English with confidence.
Welcome back to our 30-day series for Better English. In this video, you will master ordering coffee and food, listen, repeat, and speak.
Hello, everyone. Today we will focus on daily English that you can use in any restaurant or cafe. This lesson is perfect for learners at an A2 level.
We are using a special method today called shadowing. Shadowing is a great way to improve your speaking speed and your confidence.
That is right, David. First, you will listen to our conversation, then we will give you specific sentences to practice.
When we practice a shadowing sentence, I will say the sentence 2 times. Please repeat the words out loud after me each time.
Speaking out loud is the most important part of this daily practice. It helps your brain and your mouth work together.
We have many useful phrases for you today. We will talk about choosing a drink, ordering food, and asking for the bill.
I am very excited to help you learn these skills. Let's get started with our first scene at the coffee shop.
Hello again. Now, let's imagine we are standing inside a busy coffee shop. The smell of fresh coffee is in the air, and there are many people waiting. To start, we must learn how to talk to the barista. The barista is the person who makes your coffee. When you walk to the front, they will usually say hello and wait for your order. It is very important to feel ready and calm when it is your turn to speak.
I agree, David. For many English learners, this is the first real conversation they have in a new city. It can feel a little scary, but it does not have to be. We are here to practice the most common phrases together. If you know exactly what to say, you will feel much more confident. Let's start with a very simple and polite way to begin your order.
That is right. You do not need to say many complicated words. A simple greeting is the best way to start. You can say hello or good morning. After that, you can use our first shadowing sentence. This sentence is very useful because you can use it in any shop. Listen carefully as I say it twice, and please repeat it after me.
This is a great sentence because it uses the word would. Using would like is much more polite than saying I want. In English, being polite helps you get better service and makes the barista feel happy. David is going to say the sentence clearly for you now. Pay attention to the rhythm of the words and try to match his speed.
I would like a coffee, please. I would like a coffee, please.
Excellent work. You are already off to a great start. Now, the barista might ask you what kind of coffee you want. There are many different types of coffee on the menu. Some people like black coffee, and some people like coffee with milk. It is a good idea to know the names of the most popular drinks before you go inside.
You are right, Grace. Many people order a latte. A latte has a lot of milk and a little bit of coffee. It is very smooth and popular. Another popular choice is an Americano. An Americano is just coffee and hot water. It is stronger than a latte. Let's practice asking for a specific drink using the word could. This is another very polite way to order.
This is another great tool for your English toolkit. Using the word could makes your request sound very soft and kind. It is very common to hear native speakers use this structure in a cafe. Listen to David as he practices this next sentence. Remember to say the words out loud even if you are in a quiet place.
Could I have a latte, please? Could I have a latte, please?
That sounded perfect. Now that you have chosen your drink, the barista will ask you a very important question. This question happens in almost every coffee shop and fast food restaurant. They need to know where you are going to drink your coffee. They will give you a different cup depending on your answer.
That is correct. They will ask if you want to stay in the shop or take the drink with you. If you take the drink away, they will give you a paper cup with a lid. If you stay, they might give you a ceramic mug. The question they ask is very short. Let's practice listening to this question so you can recognize it easily.
This question is a bit fast sometimes. Baristas say it many times every day, so they might speak quickly. Do not worry if you do not understand every word the first time. The main words to listen for are here and go. Let's practice the question now so your ears get used to the sound of it.
For here or to go. For here or to go.
Great practice. Now you need to know how to answer that question. If you are in a hurry and you need to go to work or school, you will choose the second option. You can just say the short version to be quick. It is still polite if you add the word please at the end of your answer.
Let's practice that answer now. It is very short but very important for your daily life. To go, please. To go, please.
But what if you have some free time? Maybe you want to sit down and read a book or use your phone. In that case, you want to stay inside the coffee shop. This is a great way to relax and enjoy the atmosphere. You will use a different answer for this situation.
Exactly. If you want to sit at a table, you will use our next shadowing sentence. This tells the barista to give you a real cup and not a paper one. Listen to the sound of the words and repeat them after me. For here, please. For here, please.
You are doing a wonderful job today. We have already learned how to greet the barista, how to order a basic drink, and how to choose where to drink it. This is the foundation of ordering in English. In the next part, we are going to talk about how to make your drink exactly the way you like it.
That is a very important part of the process. Some people want large drinks, and some people want small ones. Also, many people choose different types of milk. It is important to know these words so you do not get a drink that you do not enjoy. We will cover all of that very soon.
I am looking forward to it. Customizing your order is where you can really show your English skills. It shows that you can explain specific details and preferences. Make sure you are ready for the next step of our coffee shop journey. We will see you in the next part of this lesson.
Before we move on, let's think about what we just learned. We used phrases like, I would like and could I have. These are your best friends in any restaurant. They make you sound natural and confident. Take a deep breath and get ready to practice even more specific sentences with us.
Take a small break if you need to, or just stay with us. We are making great progress on day 09. Remember, every sentence you say out loud is making your English better and stronger. You are doing the hard work, and it is going to pay off very soon.
We are very proud of your practice today. Shadowing might feel a bit strange at first, but it is the fastest way to learn. Let's keep this positive energy going as we move into the next section. We have many more useful tips and sentences waiting for you.
That is the spirit, David. Let's keep moving forward and master the art of the coffee order. I will see you all in part 2, where we will talk about sizes and milk choices. Stay focused and keep speaking out loud with us.
Welcome to part 2. Now that we know how to order a basic coffee, we need to talk about details. In most modern coffee shops, you have many choices to make. You can choose the size of your cup, the type of milk you want, and even how much sugar you need. Let's start with the size. Usually there are 3 main sizes. They are small, medium, and large.
Sizes can be confusing because every shop has different names for them. But if you stick to small, medium, and large, everyone will understand you. It is better to be simple and clear than to be confused by the menu.
I usually choose a medium size because it is just right for me. If I am very tired, I might choose a large. The barista will often ask, "What size would you like?" You can answer very simply, "Let's practice ordering a specific size now." I will say the sentence twice. Please repeat it after me.
That is an excellent sentence to know. Most people just say the size and the drink together. It is quick and efficient. Let's move on to milk, because that is where many people have a specific preference.
A medium latte, please. A medium latte, please.
Oat milk is my favorite because it is very creamy. When you ask for a different milk, the barista might ask if you want it hot or cold if you are ordering an iced drink. But for a hot coffee, they will just steam the milk you choose.
That is a great point. Many people do not drink regular milk from a cow. They might want milk made from plants. The most common types are oat milk, soy milk, and almond milk. If you want to change the milk, you should say it clearly when you order the drink. Let's practice asking for a different type of milk.
That is a great tip for coffee lovers. Sometimes a regular coffee is not enough. Asking for an extra shot is a very common way to customize your drink. It shows you know exactly what you want.
With oat milk, please. With oat milk, please.
Exactly. It is a small request, but it makes the coffee much stronger. Some people also like to add flavors like vanilla or caramel. If you want a flavor, you can ask for a pump of syrup.
Some people also like their coffee to be very strong. If you want more caffeine, you can ask for an extra shot. A shot is a small amount of very strong espresso coffee. Adding an extra shot will make your drink taste more bitter and give you more energy. It is a very common request.
That sounds like a great drink. Now let's talk about the final detail for your drink. Sugar and sweeteners are usually kept at a separate station in the shop. You can find napkins and stir sticks there too.
Can I get an extra shot? Can I get an extra shot?
If you are not sure where the sugar is, it is always okay to ask the barista. But many people prefer to say no sugar while they are ordering. It is a quick way to let the staff know you do not need anything else.
Lastly, for this part, we should talk about sugar. Many people like a sweet coffee. You can ask the barista to put sugar in for you, or you can find the sugar on a side table. If you do not want any sugar, it is good to say that too. Let's practice a sentence for when you want your drink simple and plain.
I agree. Practice makes progress. You are training your ears and your voice at the same time. This is how you become a fluent speaker. Let's keep going.
No sugar, thank you. No sugar, thank you.
I agree. It is much better to ask than to guess. We will learn how to ask if food is fresh and how to ask for it to be heated up. This will help you get the best experience possible.
You are doing great. We have covered sizes, milk, and extra shots. These small details make a big difference in how you enjoy your coffee. In the next part, we will move away from the drinks and look at the food. Most coffee shops have delicious snacks, and you need to know how to ask about them.
Take a moment to drink some water and relax your voice. We have more work to do together. Customizing your drink is a big step, but you are handling it very well.
Exactly. It is much better to ask than to guess. We will learn how to ask if food is fresh and how to ask for it to be heated up. This will help you get the best experience possible. Take a moment to drink some water and relax your voice. We have more work to do together.
That is true. The more you practice these specific phrases, the more natural they will sound when you are at the counter. Do not be afraid to make a mistake.
I agree. Practice makes progress. You are training your ears and your voice at the same time. This is how you become a fluent speaker. Let's keep going.
That is the spirit, David. Let's keep moving forward and master the art of the coffee order. I will see you all in part 3, where we will talk about food and snacks.
Now we are in part 3. Coffee is great, but sometimes you are hungry too. You might see a glass case full of food. There are usually sandwiches, muffins, croissants, and cookies. Sometimes the food does not have a label, so you need to ask what it is. It is very common to point at something and ask a question.
Looking at the display is the best part. Sometimes the food is labeled, but if it is not, you can say, "What is this?" while pointing. It is a very natural way to start a conversation about food.
That is very helpful. If you see something that looks good, you can simply ask for its name. Once you know what it is, you might want to know if it was made today. We all like fresh food. Let's practice a very useful question for checking the quality of the food.
That is a very smart question. No one wants a dry muffin or an old sandwich. Asking if it is fresh is a polite way to make sure you are getting good food. The staff will be happy to tell you.
Is this sandwich fresh? Is this sandwich fresh?
That is a very useful phrase, David. A warm croissant is much better than a cold one. Most baristas are happy to do this for you. It only takes a few seconds but makes a big difference.
Good job. Now let's say you have chosen a croissant or a sandwich. In many shops, the food is kept in a cold fridge. It tastes much better when it is warm. The barista can put it in a small oven for a minute. You should know how to ask for this. Here is our next shadowing sentence.
Safety first, David. It is always better to ask if you are not sure about the ingredients. You can also ask about gluten-free options or vegetarian choices using this same simple question structure.
Could you warm it up for me? Could you warm it up for me?
That is right. Many people have food allergies these days. Baristas are trained to know exactly what is in the food they sell. They would rather you ask than have a problem later.
Another thing to think about is what is inside the food. This is very important if you have allergies. For example, some people cannot eat nuts or eggs. You should always feel comfortable asking about the ingredients. Let's practice a question to make sure the food is safe for you to eat.
Choosing your food is a big part of the experience. Once you have your drink and your snack, you are ready to find a seat. You have handled the interaction perfectly so far.
Does this have nuts in it? Does this have nuts in it?
I love chocolate muffins. They are perfect with a hot coffee. Using "I will take" is a very confident way to order. It shows the barista that you have made your choice and you are ready.
If you are happy with the answer, you can tell the barista that you want to buy it. You can say, "I will take this one," or "I will have the muffin." It is a quick and easy way to finish your food order. Let's practice choosing a specific item from the display.
You are sounding more like a native speaker every minute. But what happens after you sit down? Sometimes you need a little more help from the staff while you are eating.
I will take the chocolate muffin. I will take the chocolate muffin.
There are a few more things you might need. Maybe you need a napkin because you spilled your drink. Or maybe you want to use the internet. We will talk about these small but important requests in the next part.
You are doing a fantastic job. We have now ordered a drink exactly how we like it, and we have added some fresh food. You are sounding more like a native speaker every minute. But what happens after you sit down? Sometimes you need a little more help from the staff.
It is all about being prepared for every situation. The more phrases you know, the less you have to worry. Let's move on to the next section and learn some more helpful English.
Yes, there are a few more things you might need. Maybe you need a napkin because you spilled your drink, or maybe you want to use the internet. We will talk about these small but important requests in the next part. Stay with us as we continue Day 09.
I agree. Every new part of the conversation is a new chance to practice. You are doing a great job staying focused.
It is all about being prepared for every situation. The more phrases you know, the less you have to worry. Let's move on to the next section and learn some more helpful English.
Stay with us as we continue Day 09. We are going to learn about table talk and small requests in Part 4.
In Part 4, we are going to talk about the things you might need while you are sitting at your table. Many people go to coffee shops to work on their laptops or to study. To do this, you usually need the internet. Most cafes have free Wi-Fi for their customers, but sometimes you need a password to connect.
Exactly. Many people look for a sign on the wall with the network name and the password. But if you cannot see one, do not be afraid to ask. It is part of the service they provide.
You are right. It is very normal to ask for the password. You can walk back to the counter and ask politely. Let's practice this sentence together. It is one of the most common questions in modern life. Listen and repeat after me.
That is a perfect question. Usually, the password is a mix of letters and numbers. If it is difficult, you can ask them to write it down for you. That is a very normal request.
What is the Wi-Fi password? What is the Wi-Fi password?
In some countries, they use the word toilet or bathroom. In a cafe, restroom is a very polite and common word to use. The staff will usually just point you in the right direction.
Another common situation is needing to use the restroom. In a big cafe, it might be hard to find. You can ask any member of the staff for directions. It is a very standard question, and you do not need to feel shy about asking it. Let's practice that now.
That is right. You might also need a tray if you have many items, or a bag if you decide to leave. These small words like some and a help your English sound much more natural.
Where is the restroom? Where is the restroom?
That is a great suggestion. Coffee can make you very thirsty, and it is good to have water on the side. Most places will give you a small glass of tap water for free if you ask.
Sometimes, after you start eating, you realize you need something extra. Maybe you forgot to grab a napkin, or maybe you need a spoon for your sugar. Instead of looking everywhere, you can just ask. Using the word some is very natural here. Let's practice asking for napkins.
It is a simple way to stay hydrated. Sometimes the water is on a self-service table too. You can just go and get a glass yourself if you see a large jug of water.
Can I have some napkins, please? Can I have some napkins, please?
You are becoming very good at making requests. These sentences show that you are in control and you know how to get what you need. It makes the whole experience much more relaxing.
That is a great suggestion. Coffee can make you very thirsty, and it is good to have water on the side. Most places will give you a small glass of tap water for free if you ask. It is a simple way to stay hydrated. Let's practice asking for a glass of water.
When you can communicate these small needs, you feel like you belong in the environment. It takes away the stress of being in a foreign place. You are doing excellently.
Can I have a glass of water? Can I have a glass of water?
We are almost at the end of our lesson. We have one more very important part to cover. We need to talk about the final step, which is paying for your order.
You are becoming very good at making requests. These sentences show that you are in control, and you know how to get what you need. It makes the whole experience much more relaxing. When you can communicate these small needs, you feel like you belong in the environment.
We will also learn how to say goodbye politely. Ending the conversation well is just as important as starting it well. It leaves a good impression and makes you feel successful.
We are almost at the end of our lesson. We have one more very important part to cover. We need to talk about the final step, which is paying for your order. We will also learn how to say goodbye politely.
I am ready when you are. Paying can sometimes be the most stressful part because of the numbers and the money, but we will make it easy for you.
Exactly. Ending the conversation well is just as important as starting it well. It leaves a good impression and makes you feel successful. Let's head into the final part of Day 09.
Let's head into the final part of Day 09. We will see you in Part 5 to finish our coffee shop journey.
We have reached Part 5, the final section of today's lesson. You have finished your coffee and your food, and now it is time to pay. In some cafes, you pay at the beginning when you order. In others, you pay at the end before you leave. You need to know how to ask for the total amount of money you owe.
That is right. In a small cafe, they might prefer cash, but in most big cities, everyone uses cards now. It is always good to have both, just in case you need them.
That is true. Many people prefer to use their credit cards or their phones to pay. It is fast and easy. However, you should always check if the shop accepts cards before you try to pay. Let's practice asking if you can use your card.
That is true. Many people prefer to use their credit cards or their phones to pay. It is fast and easy. However, you should always check if the shop accepts cards first.
Can I pay by card? Can I pay by card?
That is a great phrase to know. It shows you are kind and you appreciate the hard work of the staff. Even a small amount is always welcome in the service industry.
If you are paying with cash, you might get some coins back as change. If the service was very good, some people like to leave a small tip. You can do this by telling the barista to keep the extra money. It is a very kind thing to do. Let's practice that phrase.
That is a very smart habit. Sometimes you need the receipt to check the prices or to show your boss if you are traveling for work. It is a very quick and simple request.
Keep the change. Keep the change.
That is a lovely way to finish. It makes both you and the barista feel good. A smile and a friendly goodbye go a long way in any language.
Sometimes, you might need a piece of paper that shows what you bought. This is called a receipt. You might need it for your work or just to keep track of your spending. It is easy to ask for one as you are finishing the payment.
You are absolutely right. You have done so well today. Ordering in a second language is a big milestone. You should celebrate your success today with a real cup of coffee.
I'll take the receipt, please. I'll take the receipt, please.
Well done. You have completed day 09 of our 30-day challenge. You should be very proud of yourself. You have learned how to navigate a coffee shop perfectly.
Now that everything is finished, it is time to leave. It is polite to say a quick goodbye to the person who helped you. A simple wish for a good day is the perfect way to end your visit to the coffee shop. Let's practice our final shadowing sentence for today.
Thank you for practicing with us today. Your English is getting better every single day. We are so happy to be part of your learning journey.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
If you finish this lesson, please type "I did it" in the comments below. We love seeing your progress and reading your messages. It keeps us motivated.
Well done. You have completed day 09 of our 30-day challenge. You should be very proud of yourself. You have learned how to navigate a coffee shop from the moment you walk in to the moment you leave.
Please like this video if it helped you today, and subscribe so you do not miss the rest of our challenge. We have many more great lessons coming your way.
Thank you for practicing with us today. Your English is getting better every single day. If you finished this lesson, please type "I did it" in the comments below. We love seeing your progress.
Tomorrow is day 10, and we have another very important topic. We will be talking about health and visiting the doctor. It is a very practical and necessary lesson.
Tomorrow is day 10, and we have another very important topic. We will be talking about health and visiting the doctor. The title is Day 10, At the Doctor's Office Useful Health Vocabulary. It is a lesson you do not want to miss.
We will see you tomorrow for day 10. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and have a wonderful day of learning. Goodbye for now!
Your English journey does not end here. Watch more videos and keep practicing.